Grand Rising, Grand Rising. We're just getting started, so I still got to get all the cards organized, but I figured I'd go ahead and hit that button. I hope everybody is having a peaceful, positive, and productive start to your day today. These are the cards from our last video. I have gotten in the habit of just leaving them out after the videos. So this will take just a minute. Happy holidays. That's the new deck. I've gotten so many new decks. It's kind of getting hard to keep track. Today is Thursday, December 11th. 2025. I do have the door open so the dogs are able to go in and out, so I apologize in advance for any distraction that may cause. All right, we'll go ahead and pull these out. It's turned out to be a sunny, beautiful day here. It's still chilly, but it's a beautiful day. If you get the opportunity, seize it and spend some time outside in the sunshine if you're having nice weather in your area. I do have the radio playing in the background as well. All right, let's get into it. We'll start with our morning mantra. Let me go ahead and take this down. I got this to put in my car, but I haven't put it in there yet. It's a butterfly with scripture references, but that'll end up falling over. All right, so we'll get started with the morning mantra, and then we'll get into the affirmations. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us of our trespasses, as we forgive those who have trespassed against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. Ashe. I also pray that he clothes us in his armor from head to toe, that he strengthens our discernment and guides our steps as we go throughout this day. All right. I'm not real sure how the view is, but we're going to go with it. And I do not have the other phone connected to my hotspot, so if you make a comment, I'm not going to be able to see it. I'll cock my head to the side and look at it every once in a while, I guess. But anyways, all right. Daily mantra. Ooh. Only because it's just right here in my face. I scored this the other day at the bin picking place. It holds my Palo Santo. Oh, there's a hair on it. It holds my Palo Santo, my sage, and incense all in one. I had been looking at them on Amazon a while back and ended up finding one at the Dollar Days here in town. All right, we actually got two. I keep my fire lit and blaze through all my shit. So after a day of it, I can enjoy my evening sit. Then we also got, I can spend my day feeling daunted, or I can spend it climbing over the thing that's daunting me. If I'm going to spend it, it might as well be a good investment. And that's got a Venus flytrap on it. And a beetle bug of some kind. So not feeling daunted about the tasks at hand, whatever those might be for you. You know, dealing with whatever comes your way and then still making room to enjoy your day. All right, let's get a grief affirmation. Grief and joy can coexist. We see that one a lot. You know, just because you're experiencing some kind of grief doesn't mean you're not allowed to experience joy. In reality, even more of a reason to find the joy in the little things in life. All right, now we'll get a chakra affirmation. Last time we got the warrior, solar plexus. And yes, I do still have my little Halloween kitties up there. They're going to stay there. They're my card holders. Hear no, see no, speak no evil. Maintaining your integrity. Base chakra, first chakra, independence. Associated with the color red, the lotus of 4 petals. I know what my needs are, and I actively pursue them, knowing that I will be guided and provided for when I put in the effort. I open myself to all possibilities and participate fully in life. I use my imagination and my vision to initiate what I wish for, and I pursue it. I am not waiting to be rescued. I am not a victim. I am strong. Knowing your worth, giving to your worth, you know, giving to your dreams, giving to the possibilities, going back to our mantras, not letting the ways of this world, you know, the issues of day-to-day life steal the joy and steal your independence. Now we'll pull from the Wild Offering Oracle. Last time we got trust. If I am not mistaken, this is Meghan Trainor that's singing this. Personally, I prefer the Zooey Deschanel and Will Ferrell version, but, you know, that's just me. Elf is about the only Christmas movie I watch anymore. All right. Wild Offering affirmation. We got body and health. Making your health, physical, spiritual, emotional, a priority. You know, we are kind of going into the new year, setting affirmations, setting goals. That feels like kind of where we're going with this. Let me check on the dogs real quick. Okay. I took them for a walk before I got started. But I still don't like to leave them, you know, that old, where when you're talking about kids, that old saying that, you know, if things are quiet, that means something's up. That's not necessarily the exact words, but you know what I mean. All right, body. Show me, divine, how to love and fully care for this body. Please give me the radiant miracle of accepting my body as it is. Loving yourself where you're at. This is definitely referring to more physically. I'm going to turn this fan off. I get my hanky. I wasn't really prepared. I've got to get better about just like jumping on when I feel like it's a good time. A lot of times I end up procrastinating or getting distracted by something else. And, these videos take a lot of time. I think they average about 2 hours, give or take. So, I don't like coming on here and having to rush. But, so anyways, I got to get better about that instead of feeling like it's got to be just the right time. All right, health. Allow me, divine, to be tender and accepting of my body no matter what ailments I may have. May I always know it's doing the best that it can. Help me to be a loving ally and friend to this sacred form. Remembering that your body is the temple. We all do things that we shouldn't do because they're bad for us. We all don't do the things that we know we should do that are good for us. It's about finding that balance. Taking care of not only your physical body, but your spiritual and emotional health as well. All right, now we'll pull from the mindfulness deck. Last time, everyone sometimes needs to hear from another that everything will work out in the end. Yes, sometimes we just need a little bit of reassurance that everything's going to be okay. And obviously it would be nice to get that reassurance from the people around us, but not everybody has that. So, being your own cheerleader, reassuring yourself. Also, reaching out to your angels, ancestors, spirit guides, and of course the Most High. Asking them. They will show you signs if you ask for them. And a lot of times even when you don't ask for them. All right. Just one would be okay. The messages on these are kind of long. I don't know how many days we're out from Christmas. Let's see. We are exactly 2 weeks away from Christmas today. Today is the last quarter moon. Today we are in Virgo, representing the bowels. Ooh, so today might be a good day to detox. I don't know, hold on. We may not get one of these. I didn't hear what he was talking about. I started paying attention too late. All right, we're just going to take the one off the top of the deck. Tears are squeezed out of the heart when it is crushed by pain. Acknowledging the cleansing power of tears. Take a peaceful moment for yourself. Close your eyes and take a few really deep breaths. Then place your hand on your heart and take note of all your bodily feelings. What do you notice? Pressure, tightness, constriction? Where are these sensations located in your body? Often, before crying, you feel pressure in the area of the heart and throat. Allow yourself to feel and cry. It's making me think of the affirmation from the Wild Offering Oracle where it talks about feelings and how they need to be felt. Being able to acknowledge whatever feelings you're experiencing and releasing it. Whether it's, screaming in a room by yourself, listening to certain music, writing it down in a journal, somehow getting it out of you. Praying, singing, dancing even. For a lot of people, exercise can be that kind of therapy. Exercise really helps your body in a lot of different ways. Everything from helping your blood circulate to releasing certain, chemicals in your brain, feel-good chemicals. Yeah, so going back to what we did get from the Wild Offering Oracle, the body and the health, acknowledging the role that your physical health plays in your mental health. If your physical body is unwell, eventually, with it's different, with different people, it's going to take different amounts of time, but eventually it is going to start to affect your mental health and your spiritual health. All right, now we're going to pull from the Forest Spirits Oracle. This is the newest deck we've added to the collection. Last time we got Hummingbird, Earth, and Bear Spirit. Happiness, Strength, and Untamed Spirit. We got Dragonfly on the bottom of the deck as we're getting started. Ooh, that's interesting because it's creativity. Color power, energy, and vibration allow inspiration to flow into your life. What's that peeking through? Leap of Faith, Toad Spirit. There was a video that popped up on my feed the other day where a woman was talking about butterflies and dragonflies and how the representation that they have in the spiritual world. And she was talking with the dragonflies. She was talking about how, they start out like this little bitty tadpole, but then, when they fully evolve into their mature selves, they are vicious predators. So there's a lot of spiritual meaning behind all animals, but I would consider a dragonfly a bug, I guess, an insect. So, but they all have special meanings. All right. Forest Spirit Oracle. Salamander Spirit, Bright Flame. Badger on the bottom of the deck. Look Deeper. And Bluebird. Wow. Good news. Let this message of hope inspire you to keep going and lend your support to others. Even in the darkest times, you have the power to light your inner fire and shine brightly. There are secrets and hidden treasures for you to discover beneath the surface. It'll be interesting to see if we get the Bluebird with the Animal Allies deck. I think I'm going to pull from that one next. Salamander. So looking deeper, going back to what we were talking about how the mental and physical health, it can also be vice versa. Your mental and spiritual and emotional health can all affect your physical health. It is a scientifically proven fact that buried emotions store in your body as different diseases or ailments. All right, let's pull from Animal Allies. Last time we got Dove. Think twice. That's my only advice. Remember that you may be the star of your movie, but don't insert yourself into somebody else's movie, into somebody else's story. Sometimes we can make the mistake of either thinking that we are more important to somebody than we actually are, or vice versa. Make yourself your most important asset. Yes, it's good to have allies. It's good to have friends. It's good to have helpmates along the way. But make yourself your most valuable asset. Wren. Meadowlark on the bottom of the deck. Sparrow on the top of the deck. There's an old wives' tale that says that if a wren flies into your house, somebody's going to die. Wrens are small birds. I actually have a wren nest in my truck. When I was still out on the road, in the area where my radio is supposed to be, there's nothing there. And of course, during the heat of the summer, I always kept my windows down, and a wren built a nest in that spot. Wren superpowers: determination, enthusiasm, spreading happiness, being comfortable in new situations, having a strong moral compass, and valuing personal freedom. Wren wisdom: the ability to blend can often be a secret weapon. Having a keen, observing eye and adaptability helps cultivate confidence, especially in new surroundings. When Wren appears, keep your eyes and energy focused on your own goals and desires. If you've gotten off track, adjust your course and get back on the path you've spent your precious life clearing. Wow. Wren wants you to know you can pivot your outlook anytime. Cultivate positivity and enthusiasm. Bring your inner spirit's can-do attitude to anything you find yourself struggling with. Keep your eyes and energy focused on your own goals and desires. What was I just talking about? Making yourself your most valuable asset. Basically, stay in your lane. You know, now is not the time to be inserting yourself into other people's lives. Stay focused on your life. All right. Now we'll pull from the Namaste deck. We kind of went out of order than our usual there, but that's okay. It's not a big deal. All right, last time we got Reflect and Grow. This is the Stress Less deck. I'm fixing to have to go shut the door. It's starting to get cold in here. It's really too cold to be having the door open in the first place, but... All right, come on. Come on, darling. If I give you one now, you're not going to get one later. All right, get down. All right, I'm coming. All right. I went ahead and let them have their bones. I've gotten the bad habit of just letting them have them whenever they want them. And so I've kind of had to cut them back a little bit and just let them have one a day. But for Copper, it's like a piece of candy. It's gone in like less than 2 minutes. Okay. Namaste, stress less. Let it out. What were we just talking about? That's exactly what we were just talking about. Letting it out. Letting those emotions out. Maybe not even just emotions, opinions. You know, speaking up. Allowing your voice to be heard. Breathe in everything good and breathe out everything negative. With every breath out, breathe out some unnecessary, negative thoughts, emotions, memories. Whatever is weighing you down, Let it out through your breath. Do this for 8 minutes. Breathing in general calms the body down and relaxes the mind. Intentionally letting go of negativity with every breath out will allow you to feel lighter and even more powerful. Letting it out. Just breathe. The Cinderella movie with Drew Barrymore, I do believe it's called Ever After. Just breathe. All right, now angels of abundance. Last time we got moonlighting, God is your source, and dreams of abundance. We got that in our forest spirits as well, talking about our dreams. Look deeper. Bright flame and good news. Oh, it looked like there was one flipped over. Yep, what is that? Unlimited ideas. Your mind is one with God's infinite mind. Therefore, you have complete access to unlimited ideas guaranteed to bring blessings. All you need to do is take divinely guided action to allow these ideas to come to fruition. I'm not sure when or how that one got flipped over, but I wanted to at least acknowledge it. All right, angels of abundance. Cooperation instead of competition. Working together instead of against each other. Release resentments about money. Have courage to ask for and accept help. In whatever way that is. Whether that's asking spirit, whether that's asking a physical person, an entity of some kind. All right, cooperation instead of competition. What's yours is yours, and no one can take it from you. There's no need to compete, as there's an abundance for all. You have complete access to unlimited abundance for yourself and to share with others. With cooperative partnerships, you can accomplish anything. Maybe even like establishing new friendships where those people are more aligned with your goals and your aspirations. You know, maybe not necessarily literally working as a team, but just surrounding yourself with more like-minded individuals and putting yourself in more productive environments. All right, now we'll do angel numbers. Last time we got 1717, 938, and let go of the past, keep going, and abundance. This bright flame takes me back to that quote from Dumbledore from Harry Potter where he talks about even in the darkest of times, all you have to do is turn on the light, remembering that you are the light. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Yeah, so remembering that you are the light, let your light shine. Don't dumb yourself down to make other people feel comfortable. Don't put yourself in a room full of people that try to dumb you down to make themselves feel more comfortable. Going back to the cooperation instead of competition. Don't surround yourself with people that are in competition with you. Surround yourself with people that want to cooperate with you in whatever way that is. All right, angel numbers. Don't stop till you get enough. Don't stop till you get enough. Don't stop healing. Don't stop growing. Don't stop learning. Don't stop sharing that knowledge with other people. Look at that. Number 11, patience. Calm, reflection, understanding, timing, awareness, and thoughtfulness. We got 504 on the bottom of the deck, one day at a time. And 000, reflect. Like I said, we've been talking about it leading up to this point, but even stronger in this one. Now is not the time to start new things. Now is the time to practice patience, take one day at a time, and reflect on what's happened this year, in this chapter of your life, in whatever time frame you want to give it. Look deeper. There are secrets and hidden treasures for you to discover beneath the surface. My stomach just growled when I said that. We also see choices, 12-12. Making better choices, 22-22. Stick to it. Don't give up. Have patience. Just take it one day at a time. All right, patience. Changes are coming in your life, and you need to be aware of them. Don't rush to conclusions before you have all the information. Taking your time will prevent harm to others and ensure thoughtful decisions. In what areas of my life do I need to practice more patience? And wait for the full picture to emerge. Today, focus on being mindful and taking actions one step at a time, trusting that the right answers will come with time and clarity. So, trusting the process. Of you that I never knew. They were never true. So, being aware of going back to the people that you surround yourself with. Set fire to those bridges, those cords that connect you to those people. Let them go. Let them go with love. Loving somebody from a distance, helping somebody. Going back to what I said at the very beginning, knowing that you can help somebody, you can educate somebody, you can encourage somebody without inserting yourself in their life, without inserting yourself in their drama. Keep a distance. Then we got one day at a time. Patience, again. Present, progress, focus, daily effort, future, and mindfulness. Look, this one says thoughtfulness and this one says mindfulness. Those words can really be interpreted with similar meanings. All right, the effort you put in today is what will illuminate your future. Focus on doing the right things today. Don't worry about what will happen tomorrow. Your daily efforts are building the foundation for tomorrow's success. What steps can I take today to progress toward my goals? And how can I stay focused on the present? Identify one key task or action you can take today that will move you closer to your goals. Concentrate on completing this task and trust that each step you take is building your path forward. And then we got reflect. soul journey, inner reflection, alignment, infinite possibilities, mindfulness, and contemplation. Mindfulness again. Take time to reflect on your soul's journey. You are a part of an infinite universe where all things are possible. Clear your mind, realign your thoughts, and rediscover your purpose. How can I connect with my soul's journey? What steps can I take to realign with the infinite possibilities of the universe? Spend a few minutes today in quiet reflection. Meditate or write about your thoughts and feelings to gain clarity on your current path. We talked about that at the very beginning of the video. We also talked about it with the Let Go card. You know, taking the time to reflect, acknowledging and expressing the emotions that are felt in whatever way you do that. All right, now we're going to pull from Celestial Insights. If I can get them out of here. Last time we got Soul Happy, Rekindle, Connect, Trust, Sturdy, and Freedom. We see Hope on the bottom of the deck as getting started. Cupid, Deep Challenge on the cut as we're getting started. One more. Healing and reconciliation wanted to show themselves. Forgiveness, releasing old scenarios, like, you know, those scenarios that play over and over in your head that happened years ago. Choosing to release those. Spirit, openness moment, and link attract is what came out. We have embrace on the bottom of the deck and transformation on top of the deck. Embrace the transformation. What did I talk about earlier about the butterflies? We also see patience, which we've already got out here. Trust, observe, purpose. All right, spirit, openness moment, and link attract. Spirit says the power of your spirit is always there, quietly supporting you. If you feel lost, take time to listen to your inner voice. Through meditation or simple outdoor activities, you can reconnect with your inner strength. Ooh, sorry. Reconnecting with yourself. That seems to be kind of a theme as well. I don't remember which card it was where it talked about if you've gotten off your path, but finding your way back. Openness moment. This is a time of openness and new possibilities. Are you ready to embrace them? Stay open to new experiences and you might find unexpected opportunities. Very much, I'm going to go ahead and read this first before I say it. Link attract. You are attracting people and opportunities that align with your energy. Are you dissatisfied with your current surroundings? Shift your mindset and energy and you'll begin attracting what you desire. Going back to what I talked about before, starting to surround yourself with like-minded people that either have the same morals, you know, they do the same kind of work, they, You know, they inspire you in some way, shape, or form. I always enjoy meeting new people that can educate me. You know, people that are very, most people tend to be very knowledgeable in one specific area. And I love meeting people like that that just like dump out all this knowledge on me. I guess I'm that kind of person too, but instead of it just being about one specific topic, it's about a bunch of just random stuff. That's the autism, ADHD, whatever you want to call it. the the reality of that is, we tend to hyper focus on things for a short amount of time. So we end up with a bunch of knowledge about a bunch of different things, but we're not really an expert in any of it in most cases. All right, now we're going to pull from the Secret of Your Dreams deck. I don't think that's actually what it's called. Mystical Dream is what it's called. Unlock the secrets of your dreams. Last time we got maze, mountains, unicorn, fear, conversation, and argument. Not letting conversations turn into arguments. Being able to walk away from situations like that are maybe triggering you. Or even if not walking away, at least being able to acknowledge to yourself that you are being triggered. Oh, that's way too many. Train, dogs, desert, gemstone, moon, wolf, and argument. We just put that one back in. Train symbolizes the path of fate and the journey of life. Dreaming of a train signals that destiny is in motion, whether you're ready or not. It reminds you that life is a continuous journey with each stop serving a purpose. The train encourages you to keep moving forward, embracing new adventures that will lead you to your destination in time. We'll take that one because that one was the one on the top, but we're not going to keep all these. Dogs symbolize loyalty. The desert symbolizes solitude. Gemstones symbolize rarity, value, and untapped potential. The moon illuminates the hidden aspects of your psyche, representing deep emotions and unresolved subconscious feelings. The wolf, leader of the forest, represents strength in solitude and deep intuition. Arguments symbolize inner conflicts and unresolved emotions. Embracing the new adventure, stepping outside of your comfort zone, going back to the cooperation instead of competition. Putting yourself out there to meet new people. If you never go anywhere, if you never do anything, and I'm so talking to myself right now, you're never going to meet anybody. No matter what, look at that, mobile phone. No matter what, in what way you're wanting to meet new people, whether it's people that you want to work with, people that you want to be friends with, you got to put yourself out there. We also got rabbit on the bottom of the deck and shoes on the top of the deck. Constellations, mirror, friends, window, flame, and forest. We did see bright flame in the forest spirits. All right, mobile phone. Mobile phone symbolizes communication, information flow, and instant connectivity. Dreaming of a mobile phone reflects how you're interacting with the world, especially emotionally or intellectually. It may also highlight anxiety from constant information overload. This dream encourages you to manage distractions, find balance, and focus on what truly matters. Wow. So get off your phone, do some stuff, learn some stuff, meet some people, live life, right? All right, then we got rabbit. The rabbit signals that change is imminent. Quick transformation and latent life force are the rabbit's key messages. The rabbit's speed reminds you to stay agile and adapt quickly to upcoming changes. Now is the time to seize every moment as opportunities are already appearing in your life. Going back to the openness, being open to new experiences, whether that's here in the physical, whether that's spiritual, emotional, jumping on that train and riding the ride, living life. And then we have shoes. Shoes represent the path you're walking in life. Dreaming of shoes suggests progress in your personal journey, with the type of shoes indicating the direction and pace. Damaged shoes may signify fatigue or uncertainty about your life. It actually says about your path. The dream encourages you to align your choices with your true desires and goals. So taking the time to figure out what those are. New one just begun. Yeah, it's that time of year. We've talked about it leading up to now. We're in winter time. This is a time for hibernation. This is a time for inter-reflection. This is a time to think about those goals that we had. Did we meet those goals? Did we accomplish what we wanted to accomplish this year? What are some things that we tried that didn't work? Where are areas that we need adjustment? Whether that's in our physical, spiritual, or emotional life, whatever area it is for you. Taking the time to look deeper, to reflect on all the good things that have happened, all the things that you've overcome, all those bad things that happened, or things that happened in your life that you looked at as bad. And looking back and realizing that those moments changed the trajectory of your life in one way, shape, or form to where it ended up working out for your good. And being able to see it from that perspective, letting go of the hurt, the fear, the shame, the guilt, the regret, the woulda, shoulda, couldas. That a lot of us struggle with that. So taking the time to really allow yourself to feel all of that, acknowledge it, accept it, and then embrace the independence that you get once you're able to let that go. Because it is freeing on so many different levels. And, for a lot of us, we have to do that multiple times throughout our lives. It's not just a quick fix. It's not, those triggers will always be there. But the more you heal, the more you grow, the more you learn, the more memories you create, the further those memories will get pushed back. That's For me, that old saying, time heals all wounds, that to me, that's what that means. It doesn't necessarily mean that time is going to heal it, but the more time that passes, the more memories are created, the less you're going to think about it and the less you're going to be triggered because you're going to move on past it. All right, now this is the Echoes of the Soul Oracle. Dang. Last time we got Clouded Reverie and Shattered Perspective. Being able to look at things from a different perspective when your world feels shattered, when everything's kind of feels cloudy and gray, being able to see it from a different perspective, going back. I just said that. You know, things that happened in your life, people that you met, experiences you had, that you may have once saw as something bad that happened to you, ended up turning your life around and pointing you in a better direction. And maybe you didn't realize that at the time. You know, my mom always used to say that the hardest thing to do is usually the best thing to do. But that doesn't make it easy. It's still hard to do, whatever that is. You know, walking away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. That is difficult, especially when you care. You know, when there's a bond there, it's even more difficult. But being able to prioritize yourself, do what's best for you, and let go of the resentment, the anger, the shame, the regret, the sadness, you know, whatever you're dealing with. These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you. Walking away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. Being able to open yourself up to new. All right, we got 21. The Messenger's Chorus. The Reckoner on the bottom of the deck. And the Maverick on the top of the deck. Wow, strong masculine energy here. Strong masculine energy here. 21, 38, and 27. That's a 3, an 11, and a 9. All odd numbers. It's okay to be odd. It's usually better that way. All right. We'll read the key themes for the bottom and the top of the deck. First, we'll do Maverick, number 27. Key themes for Maverick: individuality, unconventional paths, bold transformation, authenticity, self-confidence, and trailblazing. Setting a new path. All right, and then we had 38, the Reckoner. It's the first time we've seen that. Accountability, truth, self-reflection, personal responsibility, integrity, and empowerment through honesty. Being honest with yourself. We talked about the reflection, the accountability. We've already talked about that multiple times this morning. All right, but we're going to read the full message of what actually came out, which is 21, the Messenger's Chorus. I'm pretty sure it's the first time we've seen this one as well. Communication, clarity, divine guidance, synchronicity, intuition, and receptivity. The universe is aligned with, the universe is alive with messages, each one a note in the chorus of divine guidance. Pay attention to the whispers in the wind, the patterns and coincidences, and the subtle nudges that come your way. These messages are not random. They are threads of clarity woven into the fabric of your life. Be open to receiving them, for they carry insights meant to guide your journey. Trust that when you align with the chorus, the path ahead becomes clearer. Guidance. This card is a reminder to attune yourself to the signs and synchronicities around you. Messages can come from many sources: a chance encounter, a repeated symbol, a line of a song, or an intuitive nudge. The messenger's chorus encourages you to pause, listen, and trust these signals, as they often hold the answers or clarity you seek. Communication is not only about speaking, but also about listening to yourself, to others, and to the universe. By opening your heart and mind, you become a receiver for divine guidance and meaningful insights. The affirmation: I am open to receiving messages from the universe. I trust in synchronicities and signs to guide me with clarity and purpose. Actionable insight. Spend time this week paying closer attention to the signs and patterns in your environment. Record anything that feels significant, even if it seems small: a repeating number, a chance encounter, or a sudden idea. Reflect on how these moments might relate to your current path or questions, and take one step to align your actions with the guidance you feel. Reflection. The messenger's chorus reminds you that guidance and clarity are always within reach. When you are open to receiving them, by tuning into the subtle signs around you, you strengthen your connection to the universe and gain insights that illuminate your path. What message is the universe singing to you today? And how will you act on its guidance? We talked about that a little bit already, being aware of the signs and synchronicities that the universe is sending, whether you asked for them or not. The patterns, the synchronicities, they can be very subtle. But the more you make an effort to see them and to be aware of them, the more you will see them and be aware of them. All right, now we're going to pull from the Nature Seasons Oracle. Last time we got New Moon, Joy, Fox, and Fog. Confusion and clarity, wit and adaptability, optimism and happiness, potential and transformation. Bragging rights. Don't allow somebody else to claim bragging rights over your life. Going back to the cooperation instead of competition, when I said, surround yourself with people that want to cooperate with you, not compete with you. Don't allow people to play more of a role in your life than they deserve. Don't let anybody have control over your decisions, your thoughts, your feelings. Don't let anybody live rent-free in your head. All right. Nature Seasons. Potential and transformation. New moon. We just put that back in there. When is the next new moon? Let's see. The next new moon is on the 19th, and it will be in Capricorn. Flow and purification on the bottom of the deck. Potential and transformation. Embrace the potential for transformation. Tap into your deepest potential. It's a time to set intentions that reflect your true self and harness the transformative energy of new beginnings. Today is the perfect time to take the first step. Stay open-minded and embrace new opportunities. Vision and foresight, the eagle. Dreams and guidance on the bottom of the deck. Rooted and vitality. Depth and subconscious, transformation and rebirth. Eagle, look beyond what is in front of you. I don't know why I said that like that. Look beyond what's in front of you and dare to pursue bigger goals. Not only see the immediate opportunities, but also have the courage to envision the future. Don't let current challenges limit your flight. Rise above and find a broader horizon. Rise above, what's that saying? Rise above the fray. Taking one day at a time. Looking at things from a different perspective. All right, now we'll pull from the Affirmators deck. Last time we got clarity and positive thinking. Look, we got letting go on the bottom of the deck and generosity on the top of the deck as we're getting started. Taking the time to sit with yourself and really thinking about what you want to attract. What do you want to let go? You know, taking the time to think about, you know, the people, places, and things that you need to walk away from. And in turn, the people, places, and things that you want to attract into your life. All right. Self-help without all the self-helpiness. Unlimited potential. And it really brought me to the unlimited ideas from the Angels of Abundance deck. I choose to live a life of my fullest potential. I trust that this will draw me towards experiences and people that support my growth and accomplishment. Tuning into this frequency, I now reach higher heights than I ever thought possible. Knowing that's an option, why would I have ever tuned in to anything else? I'm looking at you, smooth jazz and talk radio. So, seeing the potential. You got potential and transformation. And that was one that we got last time that we put back in and it came back out. And I did talk about the butterfly and the dragonfly at the beginning of the video. You know, the transformations that both of them make. It was 1:04:44 on the clock or on the timer when I looked. All right, now we'll get a mineral of the day. Last time we got amber, rebirth, brightness, and strength. We got onyx on the bottom of the deck. Willpower, strength, and protection as we're getting started. All right. Explore the universe of gems and minerals. We got fluorite and onyx. Came right back out. Fluorite, clarity, alignment, and inspiration. Onyx, willpower, strength, and protection. Crystal fact for the fluorite. Fluorite lenses are prized in cameras and telescopes because this mineral transmits sharp, clear images. And then we got onyx, willpower, strength, and protection. Crystal fact, have you ever seen an antique cameo? Since the times of ancient Rome, artisans have used onyx to carve these tiny stone portraits. All right. Willpower, strength, protection, clarity, alignment, and inspiration. All right. Let's see. We'll do the Archangel Fire Oracle. Last time we got Zachariel with the peacock, with the golden egg, the goose that laid the golden egg. We got Sheknia on the bottom of the deck as we're getting started. Rekbiel on the cut. All right, one more. Ooh. Azariel, the Sea Queen, wanted to show herself. My sleeves keep falling down. This hoodie has seen better days, that's for sure. I think this is the Carpenters. We got three. We're not going to read all these, but we'll at least acknowledge them. Gagiel, Gabriel, and Tahariel. 16, 28, and 37. We just want one. Zadkiel. Gives me magician energy. Number 26, which breaks down to an 8. Gabriel, we did see Gabriel. He represents holy purpose. And then we saw Gagiel, which was 16. She represents power. And who was the other one? I can't remember now. I don't remember. Okay. Zadkiel is 26. Freedom and transmutation. Shown here as the ascended master Saint Germain, the great alchemist Zadkiel's name means grace of God or righteousness of God. He is the angel of freedom, benevolence, transfiguration, and forgiveness. He helps release, wow. He helps release negativity and transmutes limiting beliefs and thought patterns so we can live a life of freedom. This begins with holding ourselves in forgiveness and, in a similar way to working with Jeremiel, having mercy for our own shortcomings. Zadkiel can help us to see a higher perspective and rise above the idea of right and wrong, good or bad, to see every situation in our lives as a great blessing or lesson. What did I say? That's exactly what I said. He helps free us from outdated victimhood or guilt and transforms our lower thoughts and emotions into loving and hopeful wishes and prayers, guiding us toward inner bliss. His message: free yourself from limitations. Imprisonment is an illusion, for no one can imprison your heart or mind. Choose to feel free and allow any perceived blocks to dissolve. Freedom and transmutation. Transformation leads to transmutation, which leads to freedom. All right, now we'll pull from the Chakra Wisdom Oracle. Last time we got insecurity, self-worth, and facade. We got gossip on the bottom of the deck and perfection on the top as we're getting started. When I look at this card, I know it's the alchemist energy that they're representing with it, but it also makes me think of like holistic medicine. You know, making little concoctions and blends and oils and yeah. Also, whatever this that I'm not really sure what that is that he's working with right there, but also makes me think of sacred geometry. All right, that was quick. Victim flew right out. Renewal on the bottom of the deck and abundance on the top of the deck. I don't remember which card it was talking about no longer being a victim. No longer playing that victim role. It's also, so green is associated with fourth chakra, the heart chakra. Victim, green acorn. To grow a tree, a planted acorn must be fully brown. A green acorn is an indication that you may need grounding and a more solid plan to achieve what you truly desire. Are you trying to create something before you are ready to do so? Inspiration. The green acorn indicates that being in denial may be holding you back. To move forward, you must make an honest assessment of your situation. Personal inquiry. How are my actions connected to my inability to create breakthroughs? Am I willing to make new choices in order to grow? Key ideas: feeling blocked, blaming others, past resentment, deluding yourself, potential for greatness. Keywords: growth, breakthrough, and empowerment. That's pretty self-explanatory. I don't think I need to say anything else. All right, abundance. Gold coins. Gold represents the power of the mind to choose. One choice may be wise, the other foolish. Choosing well may involve temporary sacrifice in order to gain your desires. Remember that you can always make a new choice. And remember, when we pulled the angel numbers, we also saw choices. Inspiration. Think about your relationship with money. Are you the wise girl or the full-hearted man? Money is naturally attracted toward appreciation and gratitude. Personal inquiry. Be wary of using your financial situation as an excuse to avoid doing something. Are your thoughts and actions around money empowering or disempowering you? Key ideas: abundance through gratitude, releasing regret, being good with money. Keywords: friendship, wisdom, and windfall. And then that was the color yellow, which is associated with the third chakra, the solar plexus chakra. All right, and then we got renewal, which is represented by color red, which is base chakra, which was the chakra affirmation that we got for the day, independence. The first chakra is related to your root chakra. All right. Renewal, geranium. You are being offered a chance to awaken to a new life. You may need to deepen your roots and anchor yourself by taking stock of what you would like to create. This is a time to start again and grow a strong foundation. Wow. Deepen your roots. Where did we see that? I think we saw something to that effect with the Nature Seasons deck. Something about roots. Okay. Inspiration. What appears to be an end may not be one after all. It may turn into a remarkable opportunity. Trust that whatever is coming is better than what you have known to this point. Personal inquiry. Am I positive in the face of change or defeated? Am I ready to step into the new me? Key ideas: sourcing from a more beneficial place, feeling in the dark, change in circumstances, and unexpected blessings. Keywords: regeneration, awakening, and future. And how interesting that we also got abundance with that card. Letting go of that victim mentality so that you can receive renewal and abundance. You know, when we walk, going back to what we were talking about earlier with the emotions and the feelings, you know, releasing it and letting it go so that we can release that victim mentality and step into our renewal so that we can find and experience abundance. And abundance doesn't necessarily always mean financial. It can, but that's not always the case. You can experience an abundance of knowledge, an abundance of peace, an abundance of love, an abundance of skills. All right, now we're going to pull from the Wandering Heart Oracle. Last time we got kin. Talked about community. Teamwork makes the dream work. fertility and kin on the cut as we're getting started. All right, Wandering Heart Oracle. Out of Sight, number 5. The Fool on the bottom of the deck, number 38. And Shelter, number 25 on the top of the deck. Out of Sight, number 5. I think this is the first time we're seeing this card. Out of sight, out of mind. Do not be derailed by your heart's desires. Tunnel vision. Ooh, all right. This feels like it's going to get deep. Hold on. If it takes a distraction to channel your thoughts into a brighter place for now, then so be it. You will not be punished. Burdens will depreciate as long as you are calm and cognizant of their hold over you. You will have to set yourself free from paranoia. This does not mean you should neglect your duty to identify and work through your emotions. Baby steps. With faith, you will bounce back and the world will keep on turning. No harm or malice shall prosper against you, as long as you are not reveling in the spirit of panic and dismay. Do not invite it over. Do not attract it. You are moving on toward exceptional places. You have a large range of promises and proposals, and many are counting on you to see them through. The longer you go without your baggage, the easier it will be to wean yourself off of it. Soon you will be thriving all over. This is a time to keep busy. Do not dwell on what could have or should have been. What did I say at the very beginning of the video? We have a tendency to get stuck in that hamster wheel of woulda, shoulda, couldas. You know, who did what, who said what, why did this happen, who did this, and who did, it doesn't matter. Part of the healing process is being able to really kind of dissect those situations that impact your life in such a way. But at some point, we have to quit doing that. At some point, we have to just say, you know, enough is enough. I can't keep kicking this dead horse. You know, I've got to let it go and move on and embrace the ideas and ultimate potential that letting go of those people, places, things, thought patterns will bring. All right, now we'll pull for Mary. Actually, no. We still got the animal spirit and the herbal astrology. So we'll do animal spirit first. Last time we got earthworm. All right, Animal Spirit Oracle. Sea serpent, lizard, and oyster. We also see camel on the bottom of the deck and otter on the top of the deck. Sea serpent is a spirit card. Healing emotional wounds, expressing desires. Wow. What have we been talking about? Healing emotional wounds and expressing desires. The sea serpent represents the energy of expression. Whether it's emotions, creativity, sensuality, or desire, the sea serpent helps us move and direct our energy into a healthy current. When the essence of this card is in balance, we express ourselves creatively and sexually without fear or shame. We know what we desire most. Our hearts are at ease. Slow down, Ashley. Our hearts are at ease and our relationships are meaningful and enduring. We loosen the grip of self judgment and we let the cool waters of forgiveness in to heal our wounds. When the energy of the sea serpent is not yet activated, our emotions and creativity are left in muddy waters. The current of expression stagnates in some areas of our lives, and in other places it floods. It's important to remember no matter what the waters of our emotional lives look like, the sea serpent loves us just the same. Like a mother, she wraps herself around us in a gesture of protection. She supports us as we learn to express our true natures. The sea serpent and the second chakra. The subtle energy of the sea serpent occupies the area of the second chakra, located deep within the pelvic bowl. This chakra is known as our center of creativity and desire and is associated with the water element, indicating this chakra is the home of the Divine Mother or Kundalini herself. Wow. That's what we've been talking about through this whole read. All right, then we got lizard and oyster. I do believe lizard is earth energy. Lizard, instinctual, sensitive to the subtle, and dreamer. When in balance, artistic, telepathic, and spiritual. When out of balance, elusive, non-committal, and flaky. To bring into balance a creative project. And then we have oyster, which is water energy. Patient, secret keeper, hiding inner treasures. When in balance, feels blessed, generous, and masterful. When out of balance, reluctant, gripey, and clams up. To bring into balance, share something. A lot about communication, a lot about expressing your true intentions. Being able to see things from all perspectives and finding the positive in all things. All right, now we'll pull from Herbal Astrology Oracle. Last time we got number 20, Lavender Weaver. For the weaver of your own destiny. And then we also got Poppy on the bottom of the deck, Dream, as we're getting started, number 41. One more. Comfrey, Echinacea, and Kava Kava. 48, 30, 32. Community, Destiny, and Completion. Those just kind of popped out as I was shuffling. We'll do one more shuffle. All right. Herbal Astrology Oracle. We just want one, please. Rue, Protection, number 4. It's the first time we're seeing that. We also have Ginseng, Magician, number 40 on the bottom of the deck. And 21, Nettle, Action on the top of the deck. Magician also lining up with our Archangel energy, Zadkiel, Ginseng, and Nettle. both leafy greens. Rue, number 4, protection. Notice the angels up here at the top. All right, let's see what it has to say. Look, I opened right to it. Psychic shield, auric protection, angelic wisdom, banisher of darkness, restoration of vitality. Astrological ruler, the sun and Pluto. Rue is known as the herb of grace or the blessed herb. In Spanish, it is known as ruda, and in Greek, it is ruo, R-E-U-O, which means to set free. Rue is considered a powerful and protective plant with a long and detailed historical use in both medicine and ceremonial rituals. Early physicians considered rue a vital remedy against plagues, pestilence, and poison. During the Middle Ages, rue was hung in doorways and windows to ward off evil eye, hexes, and malevolent spirits. Some of its primary uses in ancient Greek and Roman medicine was to stimulate menstrual flow, improve eyesight, alleviate nerves, and relieve rheumatism. Priests were said to dip rue in holy water to bless people in their homes. Many would wear bunches around their necks to ward off evil spells and curses. Leonardo da Vinci and Michelangelo were said to consume the fresh tops to improve eyesight and increase creativity when immersed in their art. Although rue is considered to be native to the Mediterranean, it has been found in historical accounts among the Maya, Aztec, and indigenous peoples of North America, who also practiced the tradition of planting rue by doorways to bring blessings and protect against evil eye. Guidance. Rue is said to be the herb of angels, granting us the ability to channel the angelic realms. It emanates golden energy like a lion, powerfully protecting and pouring in light into any space that it inhabits. Resilient like the wide array of solar herbs, it grows generously and abundantly, thriving in all kinds of terrain, demonstrating its strong life force and vitality. Rue has landed in your cards today to remind you to protect your aura from lurking and possessive spirits that might be consuming your energy. Don't allow parasitic negativity to darken your field, which can create perpetual states of self criticism, self doubt, or self hatred. Call upon Rue's power to shield your body with angelic forces and restore radiance, vitality, and love in your atmosphere. So, once again, talking about negative spirits, protecting yourself from people, places, and things that do not have your best interest at heart. All right, now we will pull from the Mary Magdalene deck and we'll be done. Last time we got angels. I have never been alone. Your angels, ancestors, spirit guides, the Most High are always with you. Whether you believe it or not, whether you acknowledge them or not, they are always there. All right, one more. Mary of Magdalene Oracle. Mary, Mary, full of grace, what advice can you give us today? Be patient. Let me shuffle. Somebody must be outside. Or the cat's out there. All right. Can we get one, please? Wow. The dove. Spirit speaks through the body. Wow. And we did have the dove card with our animal allies last time. The body never lies. Number 36, which breaks down to a 9. Let's see if I can get it where you can see it good. There you go. The body never lies. If we know how to listen, the body affirms for us when someone is telling the truth. Or the body affirms when the divine is communicating to us, not through words, but directly through the wisdom of the heart. The symbol of the dove has been associated with the Holy Spirit, that intangible and yet visceral experience of being... Hold on. I'm going to stop right now. Let me go turn this radio down. I don't know why, but it seems like it's gotten louder. I feel like I was having to yell. Okay. The symbol of the dove has been associated with the Holy Spirit, that intangible and yet visceral experience of being moved from within, of being inspired directly as if through the bloodstream, as if our bones can speak, as if the heart itself is actually a receiver or a radio, and spirit sometimes suddenly makes our connection to the divine radiantly clear. The body receives messages directly from spirit if we're open to perceiving what holy proximity we have to the divine. Sometimes it's a surge of hope, like a deeper intake of air. Wow, look deeper. An expansion of the rib cage. Sometimes it's in a chill that races down the spine and makes all the tiny hairs on our forearms stand up. Sometimes it's in an irregular heartbeat, as if the heart could communicate to us in Morse code. Mary Magdalene has been associated with the dove as a symbol of the beloved and as an affirmation that it's through the feminine within us all that we receive divine messages. The passage from the Song of Songs has always made me think of Mary. Quote, "My dove, in the hidden places of the rocks, in the secret places of the cliffs, show me your form and let me hear your voice." End quote. Mary, in essence, is the dove because she could perceive Christ from within her. She could hear the language of her own heart, her own body. The dove reminds us to listen to the affirmations the body gives us all throughout the day about what's most true for us, about what resonates, and about how to be led from within. The dove is about listening inwardly to those discrete sensations that can't be validated from anyone outside of us, but that we just know because we sense what's true. And because we trust this beloved body, we trust what Spirit tells us miraculously in the hidden places, the secret places of our heart. The soul voice meditation. What is Spirit communicating to me right now through my body? Going all the way back to the wandering heart, the wild offering oracle, we got the body card. Show me, divine, how to love and fully care for this body. Give me the radiant miracle of accepting my body as it is. Accepting that your body is a temple, that Spirit can speak to us through our temple and within our temple. I feel like this was a very positive message today. I always try to keep it positive. Go through the day with an open mind. Let your light shine bright. Be patient and just take things one day at a time. And remember, if you're dealing with something, if you're struggling with something, just remember that this too shall pass. As always, be grateful for what you have, the big, the small, and the blessings yet to come. If you see a need out there today, tomorrow, next week, if there's any possible way that you can fill that need, please do so. You may not only better their day, but you could possibly change their life, and you never know the impact it could have on yours. Be blessed, find peace, and I'll see you next time.